It's funny. Your righteous crusade is nothing more than an irony. We are no different.
You are a plague. The monstrosity. The flesh must be purged.
Killing me means nothing. The course is set. The flesh will rise. We are back with another new Who, the Rebel Flesh. Listen, they said, trust no one, don't trust your friends, don't trust your family, and don't trust yourself. A page from my own book. Listen. No, you have to literally go to yourself, your clone, and you have to work it out so that you guys can be on the same page. It's everything to have like literally a carbon copy. Like, I'm not talking identical twins. I'm talking that is you, your memories, your everything. Oh, there's so much potential there. I would not waste that opportunity. I'll tell you that. I will have a very good conversation with myself and say, let's link up. Let's figure it out and take over. Don't judge me. This is what I'm gonna do. I am the villain of our times. No, I love the premise here. I'm so excited to see what they do here with this Dr. Ganger. Ganger. It's just going to be even more chaotic than a regular doctor, and I can't wait. The doctor phasing himself is always a fun time because it's just, it's already chaos with Matt Smith doing his thing, but so imagine another one. It's just ridiculous. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, engage with the video, thumbs up the channel. Thank you. Well, it is that time. Alonzi!
Flesh is struggling to cope with our past regenerations. Hold on.
Oh.
Would you like a jelly, baby?
Why? Why?
Oh, Matt Smith about to act his life out.
Hold on. No!
Is he going to regenerate? Can he? Oh! It's like you're copying something that's infinitely complex. I think the flesh is going to need so much more to get to a base level of understanding how to replicate that properly. Matt Smith! Cloning is a sin. Don't clone or you'll regret it. Clone away. Clone me. The Almost People by Matthew Graham. The Almost People. I love it.
I'm glad we're on the same wavelength. See, great minds. Exactly.
I knew he would love it.
Is that what you were thinking? Yes, it's just so inspiring to hear me say it.
I told you that this is what he would do. Echo chamber.
Get cracking, Doctor.
Double trouble.
We had to establish a few ground rules, formulate a protocol.
Different shoes. They copied his old shoes, I guess.
Yowza! You know, I'm starting to get a sense of just how impressive it is to hang out with me. Tend to say yowza. That's enough. Let it go.
Don't toot your own horn. But the doctor has never heard of that before. These suits are really cool. They're very like Martian.
Midnight.
Midnight.
Birthday. Happy birthday, Adam.
The same. He feels it too. It's the same memories.
The eyes are the last things to melt, and there's one question in those eyes. Why? Why should we suffer for the sake of human beings?
Who created?
It's us or them.
Down to the fundamentals. Fear, once again.
I have a plan.
What's the
And
plan?
it'll destroy them all.
She's gonna use Rory. She's gonna use Rory for this.
Almost a doctor is pretty damn impressive.
Being almost a doctor is like being no doctor at all.
Oh.
You might as well call me Smith.
Half
John
doctor.
Smith.
John Smith. John Smith, the name again. The Almost Doctor.
Request immediate evacuation. We're under attack. The storm's affected our gangers. Our gangers are attacking us.
That
We
guy's
need
a
you to
ganger.
take us off the island and wipe them out.
Oh, wipe them out. They can hear you.
Any further transmissions sent by me must come with the following code word. I'm typing it in case they're listening in.
Oof. See how smart I am? That's why I'm paid the big bucks.
I knew she would froth at the mouth with that. She's like, look at me. Look at what I did there. Smart.
We have to fight if we want to survive.
That's so funny. It's almost like she was rooting for herself in that moment. She's like, I'm actually against you, but I'm rooting for how well you did that because game recognized game type energy. I love it.
You know, really, there can be only one. Nothing. Carry on.
There can be only one. Honestly, spread the love, share the love. It's not we are the one, we are the children. We are the two. We are the two. Oh, here we go. Can he see her?
Amy?
It's always a doorway window thing. Like a cell. Like Ruby River song cell.
A woman with an eye patch, and she has this habit of sliding walls open and staring at me.
Like a cell.
Doesn't seem like nothing.
It's time memory, like a mirage. There's nothing to worry about.
Lies.
Hey, hold on.
He knows what that is. He doesn't want to tell lies. Something about the pregnancy. Maybe she's in a pregnancy ward because she's pregnant in the future and it's all melding.
Can you die? If you really are the same, then you can die. You can be killed, and I might have seen that happen.
She's telling the almost?
You invited us to see it. You're dead.
What? I can feel them.
All the eyes say why.
They feel death, and all they can say is why.
Oh God, his psyche is working with the flesh. Like it's almost like incongruent. Both parts of himself are sort of fighting. It's like, why is this the case?
Why?
Keep him away
Them
from
being
me.
destroyed.
It would appear I can connect to the flesh.
You are flesh.
I'm beginning to understand what it's been through, what he needs. It's in pain, angry. He wants revenge.
On humans.
Get away!
Jen?
They're using Rory here. They're about to use him with the gangers.
Don't listen to her. I'm Jennifer Lucas. This woman is flesh.
The doctor wants you to live, and I'm with him all the way.
That's a lovely idea, Rory.
Ish.
You're limping. You're not.
Why?
So what? You think a ganger can't put on a limp?
Show me your leg.
It got burnt while I was in the harness. She's telling you what you want to hear.
But look, you can't fake a burn. No, you don't.
Oh, that's her.
No, Jen, stop.
Look at her eyes. Oh! Into the acid.
She attacked me. I didn't...
Ugh!
I knew you'd find me. We're in this together, Rory, and we've got to trust each other.
I think they are both flesh, aren't they? She's flesh too. She's flesh too, watch. They just tricked him.
That's Rory and Jennifer.
They're heading for the thermostatic room.
It's fine. I'll handle it.
Thank you, Buzzer.
Okay, if you say so. You know, the doctor loves the trust, promise, trust.
We're going to choke to death if we don't clean this air. Keep a lookout in case of gangers.
I don't trust her for 1 second, Jennifer.
You feeling strong?
I don't trust her.
the big guns.
This first.
Rory, they're using you hard here. She wanted that. She wanted to do that, remember? And they said only humans allowed. She is the flesh. Look at her eyes. Look at her eyes. Well, how did she do it?
Override granted.
Override. They made a second one. They made a second flesh.
Jennifer and Rory must have shut off the underground cooling vents.
Why do that? They'll kill us.
Give us the code word.
The code word is...
Oh, it's blown up.
You can't guess the code word.
Yes, I can, Jimmy, because I created the code word.
Say again, what's the request?
You need to reroute and pick us up from the courtyard.
Give me the code word.
The code word is bad boy. I repeat, bad boy.
Copy that. The courtyard. Still want us to take...
It worked. She knew what password she would use.
Good call.
Wasn't luck. We're the same person.
It doesn't look we're the same person. Exactly. Like you would know what passwords to use, especially since they were split so recently, right? Not much has passed.
What is that?
They're all growing. You're growing more and more. Oh my god.
Discarded flesh. Faulty, probably. Just thrown away.
Discarded. But they're still alive.
Left to rot. Fully conscious.
Ugh.
The company, how could they do this? How could they?
Who are the real monsters?
Talk about it.
You came for me, we have a bond, right? We trust each other.
Oh no.
The signal's gone. He's dead.
That's Jen.
But if the real Jen's been lying out here.
There were 2 copies in there.
Rory's in trouble.
There were 2 copies. Oh.
It's boss's orders. Us and them, innit?
Oh my god, because he's flesh.
The eyes have it.
Why are they here?
To accuse us.
Ew, no eyes on the wall. They're following you around. Get me out, get me out. There's a lot of motif on eyes being the last to go.
You killed our Jen.
And I'm stronger, Buzz. I can grow.
She can grow like another Jen. Oh! Oh! Oh god. She says I'm stronger.
There's a way out. Jennifer found it. A secret tunnel under the crypt.
Buddy.
Follow me.
Doctor.
I haven't been quite straight with you. Hang on, Jen. We'd have to lock them up.
Veronicus Pondicus.
They've been throwing away old flesh and leaving it to rot. Alive. I think the world should see that.
Factory's about to
Are you sure about this?
Sure about what? Your people ain't.
The little girl lost on the moors in her red wellies. Well, she got strong, Rory.
It was the other Jennifer that told me about being a little girl.
Oh? What of the Jennifer?
Yeah. Wait, you tricked me. Let me go.
Tricked
I'm
you.
not going. Let me.
Rory. Oh. He got played.
Of all the humans in all the world, you had to pick the one with the clot.
The clot.
Them's the breaks. Welcome to the human race.
So interesting how they talk to each other with some level of respect. Their relationship is very interesting as flesh and human.
You created another ganger just to trick me. You tricked me. You were both flesh and you tricked me into trusting you.
They used you fully.
Jen's dead.
You killed her.
Isn't she? She's gone, Rory.
I've got to go and get them out.
Oh! Wow. The almost doctor. It's too brute. Oh!
Somebody get the phone, Jimmy! Get the phone. No, fine. I'll get the phone. Stay put. Hello, Adam. I'm
Moffat
the
Jetson.
doctor. Well,
That's his son.
What's going on, Daddy?
He's killing people.
Daddy?
Ooh, he's gonna save them.
no, I've helped him into an act of humanity.
That's what he did.
Look at you now. Stuff of nightmares. I don't want my world populated by monsters.
Oof. Don't be what you think they are.
I'll take revenge on humanity with or without you.
It doesn't have to be about revenge.
I'm interested. I'm happy that the doctor had a ploy. The thing with his son was also his way of getting back to his humanity, right? Oh my God! The acid on his hand. Yo, he was burnt. He was.
There's nothing we can do. The acid's reached his heart.
I'm sorry. I'm the fake.
Stop this.
Adam deserves his real dad. Shut up. It's up to you now.
To take care of him, to be his dad.
You done it. You remember how?
Dude, he has all the memories. He knows it all.
You're a dad.
Where's my daddy?
How love for their son brought them together at the end, you know?
Daddy, it's me.
Hey, sunshine. You're fun today. Remember your dad? He loves you very, very much.
Wow, what a moment there. And she is so bound by this revenge, by in her way, righting the wrongs. Oh my god.
Brad!
Yo, that's a werewolf. That's horrific. They're about to be tooth and claw.
This still doesn't lock!
No, but the far one does.
Oh, buddy. I'm sorry. Hurry, 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 buddy, hurry. He broke it. Yo, that's so scary. Oh, he locks himself inside.
Here she comes.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, she does like to make an entrance.
Let's go now.
Go! I'm not leaving. Go.
You are amazing, and yet I misjudged you. But you're not him, I'm sorry.
Amy, we swap shoes. I'm the doctor. And I'm the Flash.
You're the real him.
No, I'm not, and haven't been all along.
They swapped shoes the whole time?
We had to know if we were truly the same, and we can only do that through your eyes.
What? So that the whole time they were switched. He was a doctor with a son. Oh my gosh.
I never thought it possible.
That she would not know.
You're twice the man I thought you were.
Push Amy, but only when she tells you to.
Push Amy, but only when she tells you to? Push.
Your molecular memory can survive this, you know. It may not be the end. Yeah, well, if I turn up to nick all your biscuits, then you'll know you're right, won't you?
This is my factory. I'm not going anywhere.
Woman, Miranda, please! Marvellous, beware of imitations.
Wow, that twist at the end that he had switched. Oh. Oh, them two. Just like that.
What happens to me? I still have this.
Ah, that's not a problem. I have something for that. It'll get rid of your blood clot.
Imagine he fell on the floor and broke.
Happy endings.
Not Pennywise. The red balloon.
Hey, you little bud!
Is that how his son looked like in the thing? I was like, who is this boy? Because that's not who I saw before, but maybe they switched it.
You need to get in there and tell them that the situation's only just begun.
There are other facilities.
Just remember, people die. Don't let that be in vain. Make what you say in that room count.
Ready. Side by side.
You got it, boss. I said breathe, Pond. Remember? Well, breathe.
Breathe.
Why?
Breathe.
Pregnancy?
Get her into the TARDIS.
She's pregnant. What did he say about push? Push when the... Push, like push a baby? Out? Like push.
What is happening to her?
Contractions.
Contractions?
She's going into labour.
Into labor.
No, of course he didn't.
What kind of baby? She's giving birth to a Time Lord baby.
I needed to see the flesh in its early days. That's why I scanned it. That's why we were there in the first place.
It's a flesh baby?
I needed enough information to block the signal to the flesh.
What signal?
The signal to you.
What? She's flesh? Yo, tell me.
Stand away from her, Rory.
No, and why?
I need to do this, and you need to stand away!
Like, what? Is he trying to eliminate? Like, what is happening? He's trying to remove it from her?
Doctor, I am frightened. I'm properly scared.
She doesn't know what's happening.
We're coming for you, I swear. Whatever happens, however hard, however far, we will find you.
I'm right here.
She's not even...
You haven't been here for a long...
She's a flesh.
time.
Stop it right now. What?
You're ready to pop, aren't you? Little one's on its way.
Here it comes.
Push. What? Oh my God. She was flesh the whole time. Get out of town. What? She says you will go wherever. We will find you. We will go as far as it takes to find you. Yo, how? It must be a concoction. This enterprise, this lady, this person, whatever they're doing, must have created, the flesh copy, and had her there for how long? When did this happen? I am bewildered, broken, befuddled. Okay. I was already just dealing with the fact that the doctor switched himself, so we didn't know who was who. So that was like the main thing for me. But to have Amy be the one, that was shocking. At first, I thought he was saying somehow her baby was the flesh somehow, which is kind of like, wait, how would that happen? But her herself, like dissolving like that, I was like, damn. I thought they were going to do the face, like he was going to press her and then her face was going to change. But of course, the same thing that happened when he did it to Jen as this werewolfy kind of character happened and they dissolved. That's really, really scary though. Oh, it must have been so scary for Rory to see that happening. Like, what the? Like, oh my gosh. Oh, this flash, this two-parter, this confusion, this. Yes, this is Doctor Who. This, absolute ridiculous, like getting me left and right. And I thought I got there, and then I realized I'm not even there. I don't even know what's happening. That is Doctor Who, and I love it. Oh my God. They're almost people. I was very interested to see how they would stick the landing on this from the previous episode, Rebel Flesh. And I have to say that I am enormously satisfied with this. I am so happy with how they went with this. I love this premise. I love this storyline. I'm always looking for how Doctor Who can go to different places, do different things, have fun with the storylines, just give a little tongue in cheek with things that we know, but they turn it on its head a little bit and also help to advance the storyline and continue to build the world. I don't know, of course, if the Flash are a historic villain, classic. It's possible because I think the Doctor said he recognizes something about them. I believe that there was a discourse about that somewhere. But for me, who's watching, and for all those who started from New Who, I think at this point they must have thought, okay, like I love this expansion of the Whoniverse and this added person. I felt the same way with the Silence, and I like this one as well. I think this is really strong here. I had a good time with this one. There was so many elements here, and I think this is what you will tend to see with storylines about clones, about distrust. I mentioned The Thing, that movie, and about distrusting, the people around you who the chaos and the mayhem, think Midnight, think those episodes where people tend to, like, everyone is pointing the finger, who's who, like what's happening, and that can quickly descend into chaos, and people get overwhelmed with not knowing, if they can trust the people around them, and things move very quickly there. So, and again, it's a storyline that we've seen, not just Doctor Who, just in the general, fiction and stuff. Just this idea of am I the clone? Am I the real one? Am I the, is this some sort of, something is not supposed to be or whatever. But here, I just love how they put this into the Whoniverse and Doctor Who, understanding of things, and how an entity like this, and how this entity is not just purely villainous. and wanted to just take over. But it's like humanity is the catalyst that got it there, to become this way because of how we had treated the entity and how we had, you saw how they discarded and left to be alive is torturous, right? Left to just be there and not have any agency, not be able to walk or talk or have any life. You give them a taste of humanity and give them literally like memories, hopes and dreams and all these things, and then you just treat them, chuck them into not even a proper place, but just like as trash. You know, it just says a lot. I mean, it's also discourse about how we use artificial intelligence as we continue to grow artificial intelligence and to develop it, make it smarter, make it help us better. And how do we then treat that artificial intelligence? Do we just chuck it away after giving it feelings and emotions and memories, and then we say, oh yeah, just you're artificial intelligence, you're not human, you're so stay in the archives or whatever, and that kind of thing. So it's like, how do we continue to I mean, human beings ourselves, we tend to strip rights from our human beings themselves. So you can imagine what humans do to non-human. I mean, what do humans do to animals? What humans do to, in this way, the flesh and to clones and stuff. So it's a big general discourse that we see, of course, both in real life and in fiction. And so, but I love how they were able to adapt it here to have that conversation. And we see that there is no one straight line or one good versus bad. This side, my side versus your side, and the only difference is I'm the originals and you guys are not. And it's like, well, it's more complicated than that. And I just love how the story went to the point where they split up into those groups, and the Flash were able to go back from this total destruction and chaos that Jen was leading them on, to say, let's take over, it's us or them. So let's assert ourselves and go out into the world and do what we have to do and take over, because we have been slighted. All of you have the memories, as she said, all of you have the memories of what was done to us, of all these people that were left and discarded, of our copies. And we need to make sure that doesn't happen again for our people, for us, for the Flesh. And in that situation, I really love how there were various catalysts that helped each of the Flesh to reconnect or to go back from that decision. I love that for Miranda, who was the leader here in this facility, and she said, she had this clot, and she had, of course, she was someone who regarded herself very highly. She was in many ways, had that kind of arrogance of being a leader, of knowing stuff, of being smart, tooting her own horn and all that stuff. But she had this clot that she found out. She's like, yo, I'm dying and I'm inoperable and stuff. So, there was that, pride goes before a fall or whatever, or there's something, whatever, that chink in your armor. And she had that moment with her Flesh where she says, all the people in the world, and you have to choose the one with something up here. And and as I said before, there was sort of this like understanding between them, even when they were not the same in the same place. They could cast the password. She knew what the password was. She knew how the other person would act. She sort of respected her way of being very like clandestine with the code and everything. So it just shows you how, like, kind of like, we use that word humanize, but that's what it was. It was humanizing each other. So that connected them. She didn't want to see her clone self, or her human self, her flesh self, get destroyed. She's like, that's not what I want. And you can see there was real affection between them, even at the end when she was holding the door and she came back for her and says, like, I can't, like, you're going to stay here, like, I want you to actually come. And she stayed back, and she was selfless and did what she had to do. At the end of the day, she stood by and as the station chief or whatever, and went down with the ship, and it was so interesting to see that turn from her. I really enjoyed that character. She was from the very beginning. She was very overly assertive, overly doing her thing. She wanted to be in control, and she wanted to rid the place of. She was protecting her station, right? She was protecting what she did, doing what she thought was right. But in many ways, she was carrying out injustices from the top down. But I love the turn for the character that she was able to find. Of course, she went with the doctor and found a way to clear to heal the clot. But she also, I think, found new meaning and purpose. Even when she went in to have that conversation or do the press conference thing at the end at the facility or the headquarters, and she was able to stand in and be that person, be that leader that she's supposed to be, and speak out against the injustice and help tell the real story of what's happening for the Flesh and for herself. It was such a big progression, development for that character alone, and that's what I love about side characters or these kind of characters that come in and just in the episode. I love when they're able to have that arc. When you have a two-parter, you have enough time to really spend on some of these characters that are there. We know the Doctor, we know Amy, we spent time with them, Rory. Now we have this ensemble of people, and we can spend time with them and get to know what makes them tick. The same thing, of course, can be said for Jen and that character. And of course, we start with Jen as this, she's very quiet, she's very sort of meek, and she's, playful. She talked about her story, a backstory, and she even mentioned that toward the end about that girl who was afraid and all of that stuff. And and she sort of, I think, was looking for more agency in her life, and you can sort of tell that with her story. And it's interesting how the human Jen was not seen as the leader in the group or anything like that, but the Flesh Jen is the one who rose in the ranks of their own team there to become the one calling the shots, to become the one leading them on this pathway to get their agency and to destroy humanity and to assert themselves. And it's interesting, right, how that character was the one that did that, how she took that mantle on and was actually really successful. If we're going with her story, if we're here rooting for the Flesh, she would be the one that to thank for that, right? She did a lot there and almost got them over the finish line, of course. But of course, her plan was not, regarding and hurting other people and continuing to destroy. So, which are the things that the humans had done to them, and replicating that or doing revenge, as the Doctor said, is never the way. So. It's so interesting to see her arc, her journey as a character. And of course, she used Rory as well. And she two-timed him really with creating another clone. And that whole act there was really impressive that she did, knowing fully well that we're both the Flesh, okay? So this whole thing you're doing, trying to figure out who's who, yeah, it's like, do you know what the difference is between these two pictures? And they're the same picture. That's exactly what it was for her. And so, just love that development of the character, even though it descended into chaos. It was also interesting to see the parallels between her and Miranda as well. And of course, so beautiful was the dad. I forget his name, not that character, but that was where he connected. That was where he was able to connect with his human self, his flesh self, was their son. They had talked about it in the first part about the son having a birthday and he wanted to talk to him, and then the flesh was like, he's my son too. I know about that. I want to talk to him too. I want to experience that as well. And he was like, no, it's my son. And realized it's both our son. We're the same person, and we both have the same affection and care for our son. And at the end, because of the events, what happened, the human, of course, dies, and he passed on the mantle, gave him that ring, and says, it's you now. You are now the dad. You are now the person that gets to go on, and almost in a way giving him his blessing. I mean, of course, in that moment he had no choice, but he could have. I guess he could have decided not to, and says, I still go down thinking you should stay away from my son. But he decided he understood how important it was that his son had somebody, anybody. It doesn't even matter if it was somebody who didn't look like him, but someone who had the affection and care for his son and said, I want to be a father to this child. I care about him. Of course, please be there. I want someone to be there for my child, for our child. And so it was really, really good. It was really nice to see that moment. And he backed away from letting anything happen to his other, his counterpart because they had a son. And so that was really nice to see. I love that turn there. And I also love that turn there that doctor was our doctor, right? So I was thinking that was Flesh Doctor. I love that whole making us think that he was with them when he was pushing Rory away and stuff. And it was like, oh, the Flesh Doctor's changed. He's now one of the Flesh. And it's like, not only did the Flesh Doctor not change, but it's our doctor. I obviously felt for Rory because, of course, he was a pawn in this story for a big part of it was because of his compassion, his humanity, and if he had to do it again, would he do the same thing? Honestly, he might do the same thing because that's who he is. He's a kind, compassionate person. He's a nurse. He wants to always protect people and help people, and he wanted to do his best to help Jen, human Jen, flesh Jen, all the Jens, and just bring her back from that brink of that moment. And I think if maybe she was a little bit more honest with him, she would have found some solace from that, and maybe have been able to turn, properly. But I think the character just continually just sort of descended more and more into what she ended up turning into at the end, which was this visual interpretation of like the monster we're talking about. It's like you want us to be the monster. This is the monster, and she turns, and it's sort of like, do we let ourselves be that monster? Humanity has been monstrous throughout time, right? In many different ways, to many different people, to races, to animals, to just wildlife everywhere. Like we have so many different ways where we have been monstrous, and it's interesting because we still look human. It's like, oh, we're human, we're the original. But it's like, but then the other person who looks different, or who is in this case the flesh, it's like, oh, but you're the monster because you have this weird face thing going on. And it's sort of how I've always ascribed at the beginning of this show. Of course, watching this, there's so many scary looking aliens, and the doctor sees all these things and says, you're beautiful, you're beautiful, you're so beautiful. And us seeing this is like, I'm scared. I want to get out of here. But it's that thing. It's like just because of the way you look, or because of how you're represented, doesn't make you a monster. It's the decisions that you make, and the choices that you make that can lead to monstrous activity, right? And that's kind of where Jen descended into. She made those choices, and she was happy making those choices. She felt like she was right. I would have loved to see. Of course, I don't think there was enough time, but I would have, of course, loved to see maybe a little bit more from the other two guys on the team. I think especially the one who at the end who sacrificed himself. I think that was his big moment, of course, which was very selfless. It would have been nice to maybe get a little bit more from him, just a little bit more of his raison d'être, just why he does what he does, and why he's there. Maybe I missed some stuff because there was so much going on, but I feel like he was the one I connected with the least, because there wasn't just much going on there with him. And I think because he wasn't even there even in the very beginning. I think the very beginning shot of the first episode, he wasn't one of the three, right? So he was kind of always the other guy, the other guy on the team. And so I would have loved to see maybe just one moment from him, and just apart from the sacrifice at the end, to bring it all together for him. And maybe that would have even pushed it even more. So I think that's the one thing that I think I would have changed if there was more time or possibility. Matt Smith here was just such fun. I mean, give him the BAFTA, because he was able to really stretch here, playing himself in two different, two separate instances, even though it was still him. But he got to stretch with the sort of that moment where he had the flesh and the human side all combining, and the whole sort of chaos of it. That part there, he got to really stretch his sort of physical acting and all of that even more than usual. And so it was really nice to see that. He's always game for just tomfoolery and just wild, crazy behavior, and he got to really spread his wings here, and I love to see it from him. Just knows how to really carry the story and do even more than was asked, and really sell it. And I just love that about his interpretation of the Doctor here. This I kind of connection there with Amy and the Doctor, where she was a little bit sort of putting off, fully embracing the almost doctor, as I said, because, she's like, this is my doctor. This is the one I travel with. You are an extension. You are something that came after. And you can tell me that you're the same copy person, but this is the one I've held hands with, and I've hugged, and I've, harassed, so I have all this memory with this one, and even though you remember that I know all of that, it's just still not the same for me on my end. And I think maybe there's a part of that that's we all have, right? There's a lot of that that's very like, this is mine, this is my thing, this is my thing, this is my whatever that I touched, that I made, that I all that stuff. And we tend to want to push away the other one, even though it's the exact same, or even though it looks the same or sounds the same. There's this idea of fake, counterfeit, or all of that stuff. Copy. Are you a copy, or are you you're the original. And so it was interesting to see when they were switched at the end, and the doctor said, yeah, that's actually the switch is not the one you think it is. And still, she was like, yo, she said, you're more than the man I thought you were, and all of that, and it just goes to show you, that as she says, it's just there's more to it than meets the eye, and especially with the doctor. I think especially with the doctor. So, anyways, it was very interesting because I think in many ways he had to fight down that flesh side of himself. He had to understand that side, and also, as he said, gain an understanding of what was going on within himself as well as the entity within the other people. And so it was such a big that when he was really crying in agony and stuff, there was a lot, I think, a journey there to get to where he was at the end when he's fully sacrificing himself there with Miranda. So very, very interesting interpretation here. Really, I thought this was really, really, really well done. I had a good time with this one for sure. Very engaging the whole way throughout, and I was never bored. I thought there was always something going on that I was interested to see. I definitely was confused at some point with who was who. There were many times in this story when I think it was Jen especially, because she was running around the most, I think, of all of them. She was in so many different places. She was Jen, human with the humans, Jen, flesh with the humans, with Rory. There was a time when I was like, which Jen is that? Because I don't know. And I lost track of her many times. And I think that was part of the idea with that character, because we got to see her, of course, have a second clone moment and sort of confuse Rory. So I think there was really a lot with that one. But yeah, there were many moments. I think having the two of them or the three of them in the suit, where they had the flesh ones that were in the suit, where in the Martian suits, as I say, were really nice to, like, I knew that was Miranda Flesh because she was always in that suit, and the other guy as well. But I think Jennifer, since she wasn't, was so confusing. But again, that was done intentionally to pay off that moment. So, but yeah, it was chaos at one point. Yeah. This pregnancy, this woman telling her to push, they're trying to give birth to a Time Lord. Maybe that's that girl. Listen, I was trying to explain what would happen, how it would happen. Maybe this was somehow in her mind, bringing back a memory. Little did I know they were introducing the flesh because Amy is a flesh. Oh my God. Oh, yo, talk about big reveals. Talk about big gag-worthy moments of the show. I was very gagged. I was very surprised that they would go there. That like, it was like, I was like, is the baby the Flash? Is Amy the like what? Where is she now? When was she taken? Was it after her wedding? Somehow between when she was traveling, after their wedding, and between that and the silence somehow. It must have been somewhere there. Or watch, they'll say it's from the very beginning, from when she was a baby. No, then she wouldn't have the other memories. It's a lie. It must be sometime after the wedding, I think. I don't know. Time in this show is very confusing and relative, and, time can be rewritten, Good setting, good characters, good exploration of side characters, themes, a lot of themes here, relatable themes about our world and very Whoniverse themes, strong development of characters and the reasons why they do what they do. Enjoyed it. This is one to look back on and to also think about even more for sure. Well, thanks for watching. See you on the next episode.